Have you ever felt that strange pull, that little whisper in the back of your mind telling you to take a different route home? I usually ignore it, chalk it up to a long day, my brain just wanting to get to the couch faster. But last Tuesday night, I should have listened. It was late, way past midnight, and the streets were completely deserted, the kind of quiet that feels heavy, you know. My usual shortcut home cuts right past an old neighborhood park. It's cheerful enough during the day, full of kids laughing and running around, but at night, it's a different story. The moon was bright, casting long skeletal shadows from the trees. And there, in the middle of it all, was the playground. As I got closer, I saw something that made me slow down. The swings were moving, not just a gentle sway, but a full rhythmic arc, back and forth, back and forth. My first thought was the wind, obviously. But then I stopped and really paid attention. The air was dead still. Not a single leaf was rustling on the trees. The flags on the poles nearby hung limp. There was no wind. Yet, the swings kept going, perfectly in sync, like two invisible children were competing to see who could go higher. I stood there for what felt like an eternity, just watching. A cold knot was tightening in my stomach. Every rational part of my brain was screaming at me to just walk away, get home, lock the door, and forget I ever saw this. But I couldn't. It was mesmerizing in the most unsettling way. The chains made a faint, rhythmic creaking sound, the only noise in the dead of night. Creak swoosh, back and forth. My heart was pounding in my chest. I fumbled for my phone, thinking maybe I should record it, proof that I wasn't just losing my mind. As I aimed my camera, my hand was shaking so badly the screen was a blurry mess. I took a deep breath, trying to steady myself. This is crazy, I whispered to myself. Just a weird draft or something. But I knew I was lying. There was no draft. And then it happened. One of the swings. It just stopped. Instantly, it didn't slow down. It didn't sway to a halt. It froze mid-air, right at the peak of its backward arc, as if someone had just jumped off. My blood ran cold. The chain went slack for a split second before the empty seat dropped and hung there, completely still. The other swing continued its relentless motion for a few more seconds before it too started to slow, eventually settling into a gentle, eerie sway. I didn't even breathe. I was completely frozen to the spot, my eyes locked on that motionless swing. The feeling of being watched was overwhelming. It was like the air itself had eyes. I couldn't see anyone, but I knew, with a certainty that chilled me to the bone, that I wasn't alone. Something had just been there, playing on those swings. And it knew I was watching. I didn't wait to see what would happen next. I turned and ran. I didn't look back. I sprinted all the way home, my lungs burning, the sound of my own footsteps echoing like a drumbeat in the silent streets. I slammed my door, locked it, and leaned against it, gasping for air. I haven't walked past that park at night since. Sometimes, when it's late and the house is quiet, I think I can hear it. A faint, rhythmic creaking, carried on the wind. Or maybe it's just my imagination. Maybe, but I can tell you one thing for sure. Some playgrounds are not meant for the living after the sun goes down. Thanks for listening to my story. If you've ever experienced something you just can't explain, let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this, please hit that like button and subscribe for more strange tales. Stay safe out there.